I get questions every couple of months about my track plan. Do I have a track plan? No, I do not have a track plan. I did this when I was first starting to build Chillicothe. It was in the other room. 72 inches long, because I could buy a 72-inch long board and 16 inches wide. That was dictated by the width of my wife's piano. We negotiated how much overhang it could have over the piano. So this was originally in another room. I had nothing at either end, because down here I had the door, and down here there was a wall like about 12 inches away. So I couldn't really, I was sort of boxed in, and there was a huge window, so I couldn't curve and run in front of the huge window in the front of the house. That wasn't going to happen. So let me explain what I did. This is graph paper. Each square represents 3 inches. So this end down here is pretty much the way it is now. Pretty much. So I've got my wherever with 3 car spots. I've got Union Spring down here with 1 car spot, actually 2. I could spot a box car down here, but I never do. The ball field is not on here. This is where the ball field is now, but everything on this side is pretty much the same except for some little buildings. You notice I did not have Eastern Avenue on here. I did not want to try to make Douglas Avenue run into the backdrop. So my solution for that was to put Eastern Avenue coming around here, like a half circle, and then put the minute mark there, and then, because that's what it really does anyhow. Douglas Avenue doesn't run into, it doesn't go on forever. It does tee into Eastern Avenue. So that was my solution for that. This turnout here, actually Douglas Avenue is more this way a little bit now, and it angles this way just a hair. So this turnout is actually on the other side of Douglas Avenue. It's about right in here next to the yard office. This turnout is still the same. You can tell that this one used to be, you can't read it, but it says N&W interchange. My intention was to have a hidden N&W interchange here behind ITT Grinnell and Railroad Distribution. I was going to have a fence here for a view block. I never could figure out how to get an interchange to work in JMRI, so I could pick up cars from it. I never could figure out how to set cars to it, and I don't need it now. So Pete, don't worry about it. I know you're gonna watch this video. I don't want an interchange. I've got a yard now. The yard's where they do the interchange. This one did not exist in real life. It's just something I came up with when I was originally building this. So I don't need a working interchange. So the original plan came down, I had another crossover right here. When I built the extension on out here to go to Oak Hill, I decided I'd rather have a longer passing siding because I only had like about 4 or 5 cars right here. And so I took this turnout out, and I moved the whole thing down next to ITT Grinnell. So now it holds a couple more cars. Besides that, that's the way the layout is built. Again, it's code 55, Pico, medium radius turnouts. So when I originally had the track, I didn't have any other space, so I would like stage cars right here and right here next to Union Spring, and those were the cars that I had to deliver to the industries, and that's where they would deliver back to at the end of the operating session. So if you ever watch some of my early videos, they're in the N scale playlist. And I operate. That's how I did it. I would just have to leave the cars right there. Sorry, I don't have a published track plan. I'm just not a computer oriented guy. I don't feel the need to learn some software with a steep learning curve to build one layout. And yeah, I may build another layout sometime, but it would have been 3 or 4 years down the road, and so it just wasn't worth the time to do it. So if anyone has any specific questions, let me know. I'll try to answer them, in the comments. But I'm just going to title this one, make this a separate video, and call Chillicothe Track Plan. So in the future, if anybody refers to this, ask me about it, I can say, go watch the video called Chillicothe Track Plan. So I know I've shown this before somewhere, but I can't find the video. So, so hope everybody stay safe. And again, if you have any questions, let me know. We're going to move from left to right here. So here's where it goes into the staging yard, which is on the shelf. Again, the staging yard is very short, on 8 or 9 cars, not even that, really, probably. Got this little bridge here. So I come out, 2 tracks. The original layout started right here. The 72 inches started right there. Okay, so I've got wherever, that has remained unchanged pretty much. Union Spring, that's unchanged from the original layout. Here's the Union Spring switch. There's the crossover, the wherever switch. Again, these are all Pico medium radius. I think there are 8 switches on the layout now, the way it stands right now. Yard office, ball field. Come down just before I get to Douglas Avenue. I have a turnout going to the top of the layout that used to be the NW interchange back here, and the one down here is one for the team track and ITT Grinnell. Again, I've got 2 tracks, parallel tracks all the way down the layout. Come on down, there's the switch for, now it is just for ITT Grinnell. Now this one up here serves Miller Distribution. Team track, there's ITT Grinnell. And again, I had 2 tracks on the original layout going off the end. And when I originally operated, I had nothing at either end. I would stage cars here on this track when it was there to be switched to the Industries. And the other place I would stage them would be beside Union Spring. And the original end of the layout was just behind ITT Grinnell. Everything else, that's been added later. So hopefully that explains it a little bit. I don't have a track plan for Oak Hill either. However, if you go to my playlist, I have a whole series of where I built Oak Hill. And the first 3 videos are discussion about track plans. Originally, these were going to be in separate rooms. So when my wife suggested to move Chillicothe into here, that changed everything. So keep that in mind when you're watching the Oak Hill track planning videos. So again, ask me any questions you want. I'm happy to answer them. Everybody stay safe.